Good afternoon. This is Dottie Lofstrom. This is the Civil Service Commission. Today is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. It's 2:30, and I call this meeting to order. Giselle, can we have the roll call?
Yes. We're going to go to roll call. Commissioner Lofstrom,
Present.
Commissioner Lee,
Present.
Commissioner Rulapon.
Yeah, present.
And are there any public comments today? Giselle?
There are no online public comments. Is there anyone in the room that would like to make a public comment? No public comment.
Okay, great, thank you. So in that case, we can go to our first item of business, which is the meeting minutes. Does anyone have a change, a comment, or can we approve as written?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Okay, and a second?
I can second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, and that the minutes have been approved. We have a list, a report of disciplinary actions. Jennifer, do you want to take us through those?
Certainly. We do have 5 reports of disciplinary actions. They are all out of the Correctional Health Services Division. 4 are for dismissal and 1 is a reduction in salary. We have 1 of those actions that's being appealed to arbitration and the others no appeals to the commission.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to accept the report?
Yeah, I can make a motion to accept the report for disciplinary action.
And so second.
And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the report has been accepted. We can move on to our first classification project.
Hello, Commissioners. I am Classification Analyst Raquel Enong Steptoe. Today, I am presenting Classification Project 24-046 for the Public Defender's Office. This item requests to adopt a new classification specification, Deputy Public Defender 5, and to amend the existing classification specification for Deputy Public Defender 4. The Office of the Public Defender recognized the need for an additional level in the county's Deputy Public Defender series. This new level will acknowledge attorneys who are tasked with handling the most complex and sensitive cases, which require specialized expertise and a highly advanced degree of knowledge of the law and legal processes. The new Deputy Public Defender 5 requires 8 years as a practicing criminal law attorney in California, to include at least 4 years as a Deputy Public Defender 4 in San Joaquin County. Typical duties include handling sensitive, high-profile, and/or complex cases, developing legal strategies, and managing all phases of criminal litigation. This new level plays an important role to the public defender's organizational structure by formally defining and introducing a leadership role, which is non-existent in the current series. Additionally, amendments were made to the Deputy Public Defender 4 classification specification to better distinguish differences in the 2 classifications. On June 25th, Human Resources provided San Joaquin County Attorneys Association the class specifications for Deputy Public Defender 5 and Deputy Public Defender 4. The association provided feedback and requested that the 4-year requirement as a San Joaquin County Deputy Public Defender 4 be changed to 2 years. HR considered the request but ultimately decided to maintain the 4-year requirement as it is equivalent to the minimum qualifications of the new Deputy District Attorney 5, which was approved at the May Commission. Public Defender Judy Ann Villado is available should you have questions of the department. Thank you.
Thank you. I read through this carefully and didn't have any questions. Do either of the other commissioners have a question? No. Okay, in that case, I'll entertain a motion to approve the classification project.
I can make a motion to approve the classification project CP 24-046.
Now second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. And the classification project has been accepted as written. Thank you. Now we can move on to the next classification project from the audiologists.
Okay. Hello, Commissioners. My name is Sylvia Aparicio, and I will be presenting Classification Project 24-45 for Audiologist Series. So the request is for the Commission to adopt the recommendation to establish a new audiologist staff classification and to amend and retitle the existing audiologist classification. The Therapy Services Division within San Joaquin General Hospital has faced ongoing challenges in recruiting experienced audiologists. Currently, the series consists of audiologist extern and audiologist. Once an audiologist extern becomes licensed, they have no opportunity to continue county employment due to the audiologist qualifications requiring a minimum of 4 years of licensed experience. As a matter of succession and retention, during this classification review, it was determined that creating a first-level license classification, that being audiologist staff, would be beneficial to the continued development of SJGH audiologists. The new first-level license classification provides the opportunity for internal promotion within the Therapy Services Division by requiring licensing as an audiologist, however, not requiring applicants to have licensed experience or paneling as a California Children's Services provider. With the adoption of the new classification, the existing audiologist classification becomes the more skilled and senior level. So the amendments to currently the audiologist classification distinguish the first level and second level license classifications and ensure incumbents can fully support the unit and patient needs. The existing audiologist classification will be retitled to audiologist senior, and we have reduced the experience requirement from 4 years to 2 years, which is within industry standard. Also, applicants will now be required to be paneled as a California Children's Service provider, or at least provide proof of application of paneling at time of application. The proposed amendments will ensure, again, that the incumbents handle more complex cases within the unit, and again, require the paneling as California Children's Services provider. The draft classification specifications for the classifications were shared with SEIU on June 27th, and no objections or feedback were received prior to this meeting. The Department Manager of Therapy Services, Siri Felix, is participating remotely should you have any questions for the department. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I have a question about the reduction of the experience from the 4 years to 2 years, and also just to make sure I understand. So the person comes as an extern, they get their license, now they're going to be able to come right onto staff, and then within 2 years, they'll be able to become a senior. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. And then again, they would need to provide proof that they have submitted their application for paneling. But yes, just the 2 years of experience.
Yeah. So I just sort of question the 2 years. I mean, 4 years makes more sense to me just because of that. It used to be that you couldn't even be a staff member unless you had 4 years experience as a license, and now you can be a senior with just 2 years. So maybe Ms. Felix, you could explain the thinking behind that, or unless you want to.
Yeah, so like I said, it is within industry standard, so within California, it's common for it to be 2 years, so we were actually requiring a little bit more. But yes, Ms. Felix can talk about the industry itself.
I missed that in your talk. So this actually now matches others to be a licensed audiologist with 2 years experience, is typically eligible then for promotion to senior throughout the rest of California?
Yes.
Oh, well, then I don't have any questions. If that's the
Okay.
case, then I understand that.
Perfect.
Either of the other commissioners have a question?
I have one question. The paneling application. This is to work with children, right? You're saying to provide proof of the application? What is the deadline for completion on that, or is there a deadline?
Of completion of the application?
Yeah, I mean, you
So-
prevent that you have an application, but what's to ensure the follow-through?
The probationary period.
Okay.
Because right now, from what I've heard within the industry, that it's about 9 months worth of a process. So I didn't want to put a timeline, because of course it could be reduced because they're no longer backlogged. It could be extended, so we felt it was best to just do within our control of probationary period, so 12 months.
So is
And-
that in here, that they
It's
have
within the
12
job, it's in
months
the job spec, yeah.
to complete that application period?
Yes.
I didn't see that, so. Okay. My bad.
No
Thank you.
problem.
That's all of my questions.
Okay, then, hearing no other questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to accept the classification project 24045.
I'll make a motion to accept CP 24-045.
I can second.
Okay, in that case, we can vote on accepting this classification project. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. And no opposed, so the classification project is accepted. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
And at this point, we are going to move into closed session for those of you who came here representing your department. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, we are back from closed session. This is the Civil Service Commission. It is July 9th and about 3 o'clock, and we are back from closed session. So after consideration, the commission agrees with the sheriff's request for the fitness for duty evaluation. Evaluation, what? I'm sorry. Both of them, I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to make that clear for both of them. Thank you. And with that, unless there's any further business anyone has, this meeting is, yes, what?
I just wanted to share with the commission that we do have an applicant for the Civil Service Commission, and so we are hopeful that at the next board meeting, we will have a fourth commissioner appointed.
That's excellent news. Thank you so much. And our next meeting is August 13th, and hopefully there will be 4 of us. And until then, bye and enjoy the rest of July. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. you.